Hi everybody, my name is Nicole Groch and I'm the president of the non-profit organisation here in Melbourne, Australia called Choose Cruelty Free. Choose Cruelty Free has been going since 1992. It was started by a wonderful team of animal activists here in Australia who wanted to follow in the iconic footsteps of the Beauty Without Cruelty campaign in the UK. Choose Cruelty Free has been producing the preferred products list since 1993. Now, we now call it the Cruelty Free list, and it's also available to everybody in the world as a free downloadable app. What our list is compared to other lists is a very comprehensive and very transparent list of companies that do not test their products on animals. Now, cosmetic testing, a lot of you just presume it's makeup. It's not. It's cosmetic products means anything from your household cleaning products, your toilet cleaners, your dishwashing liquids, your laundry detergents, your bench cleaners, right through to your suntan lotions, your insect repellents, your toothpaste, your shaving creams, your depilatory creams, fake tans, pretty much everything. As far as I'm concerned, and as far as the team at Choose Cruelty Free is concerned, there's no excuse that an animal should suffer and die for these sort of products. These products are not things we need. These products are things we like to use and we've become very comfortable using. And we don't often think what happens to the animals that are tested on to make sure these products line our shelves. Choose Cruelty Free is committed to giving consumers advice, educating them and providing them with a list of companies that we know are ethically, transparently cruelty-free. When I say cruelty-free, I mean none of the ingredients have been tested on animals and the finished product hasn't been tested on animals and the product cannot be tested on animals by a third party. So how we accredit companies that choose cruelty-free is a very extensive process. It is not simply that they have to send in a statement of assurance saying they are cruelty-free. That is not enough as far as we're concerned. We want to make sure that they have checked every avenue of their business to ensure there's been no animal testing on whether it's the raw ingredients, whether it's the finished product, or whether they're selling to another country that may require the product be tested before it goes for sale in that country. This happens a lot with companies selling into China. So what we do is we first ask the company to fill in a questionnaire, which is a very extensive one. We then ask the company to send that questionnaire to all their manufacturers to fill in. We get them to fill in the questionnaire as well. This way we are making sure that nothing has slipped through that maybe the company didn't know about. We then ask the company to get signed waivers saying that their raw ingredient suppliers do not test on animals, the ingredients they're providing to that company. So that's how we accredit companies, and that's why we really do encourage you, if you see a company out there that is not on our list, to approach them and ask them, why aren't they on the Choose Cruelty Free list? They're selling here in Australia or they're selling to Australia online. Why haven't they taken the time to get accredited? We often get told, oh, it's too expensive, it costs a lot of money, it's like being certified organic. It's not. It's a once-off $100 admin fee. That $100 goes back into our organisation to help us produce a list, to campaign, to do all the work we do. Yes, if a company would like to use our registered logo here, which is our rabbit logo, which is a trademark registered logo that companies are not allowed to use unless they are licensees, we do ask for them to pay an annual fee, licensee fee. This allows us to continue the work we do because we do not get any government funding. All our funding comes from our licensees and our memberships and our donations. And we are small, but we are powerful and we do a lot of work, and it takes a lot of input from us to do this. So we really do encourage you to come on and support Choose Cruelty Free. And the biggest way you can do that, the biggest way you can support the work we're doing, is to contact the companies that are not on our list and say you want to see them on our list. You want them to be a Choose Cruelty Free accredited company. We also encourage you strongly to download our phone app. It's a wonderful app. It's a really easy, user-friendly app that you download, and it has our list on this app. So when you're out shopping and you're not sure whether a company is cruelty-free or not, you can just consult the app and scroll through alphabetically and see if the company is on there. Now, there's one thing you really all need to be quite aware of, and that is there is no governing body checking into claims of companies calling themselves cruelty-free or companies making claims that they're against animal testing. you will find that a lot of companies are putting this on their packaging, and they're also putting variants of bunny and rabbit logos onto their packaging. Again, anybody can do this, no one is checking it, and this is why it is so important that you cross-check to make sure that these companies are actually accredited, because it is a very good marketing program to go around these days saying you're organic, you're sustainable, you're carbon neutral, you're ethical, you're using cruelty-free products. All this is wonderful advertising for a company, and there's nothing to say whether it's legit or it's not unless you see that company accredited by a reputable organisation such as Choose Cruelty Free. This little girl here is my rescued adopted guinea pig Ruby. I've had for her for about 5 years. I've got a couple others as well that you may have seen in the Choose Cruelty Free beauty campaigns. One's called Ella Fitzgerald and one's called Sasha. They're beautiful little trusting animals, and these are the sort of animals, along with rats, mice, rabbits, dogs and cats and hamsters in other countries, we don't have them in Australia, but that are tested on for cosmetic testing and medical testing. Now, the way they test animals, and I'm just going to give her a little treat because she's been such a good girl, Ruby. The way they test cosmetics on animals, and when I say cosmetics, I don't just mean makeup, I mean personal care products, household cleaning products. The way they test cosmetics on animals is graphic, and I'm sorry I have to go into this, and I'm going to be brief because I don't want to upset you all, but you really do need to understand that this does go on. So there's 3 main tests used. One is to do with internal dosing, one is to do with the eyes, and one is to do with the skin. So we'll start with the eyes. So what they do with the eyes is they usually use rabbits, because rabbits' eyes are similar but not the same as human eyes. So the animals are put in a restraint to hold them still. They're not given pain relief, and products are dropped into their eyes repeatedly for God knows how long, but they're dropped in there and the eyes blister, they get infected, they rupture. It is excruciatingly painful. They're testing to see the irritancy of a product. Now, at the end of all these tests, the animals are killed. The next test is they shave the skin of an animal, and they shave it right, like the fur right off, and they shave the top layer of skin, so the skin is very sensitive, and they continually rub products into it to test whether the products are going to burn and blister and cause, again, serious skin reactions. This, again, is done without pain relief. It is excruciating. You imagine what it's like to get a small burn when you're cooking. Can you imagine what it's like to have caustic burns all over your body? Again, the animal's killed, no pain relief. Then you can hear the third test. Sorry, we've got some ravens out there having also probably saying how horrific it is. The third test that they do is lethal dosing, and there's chronic exposure and acute exposure. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to see how much of an ingredient will cause immediate damage or will cause long-term damages like cancer and reproductive disruption, hormone disruption, endocrine disruption. These tests are done, the animals are so sick, they are nauseous, they're throwing up, their gut, their whole body, they've got tremors, they're shaking. There is nothing okay about these tests, and there's no need to be doing these tests anymore. The reason I say that is because there's been so many wonderful scientific advances in alternatives to animal testing modalities to test the safety of ingredients out there. So they have things now where they have tests where they can use human blood cells, they can use human bone marrow, stem cells. They can also use a vegetable protein that acts like the cornea of an eye, so it replicates a human eye. They can do computer testing. There's amazing tests out there, and I encourage you to go onto the Choose Cruelty Free site and have a look at the variants of tests that they now have on offer. Companies can use these. They're not expensive. They're not hard to come by. Why they don't use them, we're still not sure. The other thing that companies can do is use ingredients that have been around for so so long. They've been tested. Yes, they were tested a long time ago on animals, but they're not tested now, and they won't be tested again. So these companies can use these ingredients. They can repurpose and reformulate these ingredients. Today, I want to talk to you about the importance of vegan not meaning automatically cruelty-free. A lot of vegans have the belief that if something is vegan, especially when it comes to cosmetics, which also means personal care products, household cleaning products, they all fall under the umbrella of cosmetics, that automatically they are vegan, they are cruelty-free. Unfortunately, as much as I wish this was factual, it's not. Vegan means no animal ingredients. The term cruelty-free means no animal testing. So it's very important to understand that a vegan ingredient may still have been or still might be being tested on animals. Now, the way to ensure that your vegan ingredients are not tested on animals and your vegan products are not tested on animals when it comes to your cosmetics, personal care and household cleaning products is to consult the Choose Cruelty Free list.